Imagine standing at the edge of Yellowstone National Park, surrounded by steaming geysers, bubbling mud pots, and vast meadows that hide a monstrous secret beneath your feet. This isn't just any volcano. It's a supervolcano, one capable of reshaping the planet. But what if I told you the real danger isn't the cataclysmic blast everyone's obsessed with? What if the true threats are the sneaky, under-the-radar eruptions happening right now? Ones that scientists are only just uncovering. Welcome to Yellowstone Secret Eruptions, what you're not being told. Buckle up, because we're about to peel back the layers of this geological beast and reveal the hidden fury that's been simmering for millennia. Let's start with the basics, because you can't appreciate the secrets without knowing the blockbuster history. Yellowstone sits atop a massive hotspot, a plume of superheated rock rising from deep in Earth's mantle, punching through the North American plate like a slow-motion blowtorch. Over the last 2.1 million years, this hotspot has fueled 3 colossal super eruptions, each dwarfing anything we've seen in human history. The first, about 2.08 million years ago, blasted out over 2,500 cubic kilometers of ash and rock, enough to bury the entire state of California under 10 feet of debris. Fast forward 1.3 million years to the Mesa Falls eruption, still a monster at 300 cubic kilometers. But the grand finale? The Lava Creek event, just 631,000 years ago, spewed 1,000 cubic kilometers of material, forming the 60-kilometer-wide caldera we see today, a sunken crater that's the park's eerie heart. These weren't tidy fireworks, they were apocalypse-level events. Ash from Lava Creek blanketed half of North America, triggered global cooling, and starved ecosystems for years. If one hit today, it could plunge us into a volcanic winter, slashing crop yields and disrupting climate for decades. But here's the kicker. No super eruption has rocked Yellowstone in 640,000 years. The last magmatic hiccup was a modest rhyolite dome 70,000 years ago. So why the panic? Because between these megablasts, Yellowstone doesn't sleep. It schemes, and that's where the secrets begin. You see, while the world fixates on doomsday scenarios, Yellowstone's been pulling off stealthy eruptions for eons, ones so subtle they've evaded detection until now. Enter hydrothermal explosions, not your classic lava-spewing vents, but brutal steam bombs fueled by superheated water trapped underground. Picture this. Rainwater seeps into cracks, hits magma-heated rocks hundreds of degrees hot, flashes to steam, and boom, unleashes a geyser of boiling mud, rocks, and debris hurtling skyward at highway speeds. These aren't rare fairy tales. Hundreds have scarred Yellowstone's landscape over the last 14,000 years, from car-sized boulders flung a kilometer to craters swallowing boardwalks. Take the Biscuit Basin blast in July 2024. It hurled grapefruit-sized rocks 200 meters, shattered trees, and vaporized a popular hydrothermal feature called Black Diamond Pool. Eyewitnesses described a deafening roar like a freight train, followed by a plume of steam and silt blotting the sky. But here's what you're not being told. That wasn't a fluke. In June 2025, scientists recorded the first ever instrumentally detected hydrothermal explosion in the park's history, thanks to upgraded seismic networks. It happened quietly near Sapphire Pool, registering as a low-frequency rumble before ejecting scalding water and debris. These events kill more people annually than volcanic flows worldwide. Hikers boiled alive or crushed by flying ejecta. And they're accelerating. Machine learning algorithms, sifting through 15 years of quake data, just uncovered thousands more seismic signals in 2025, tiny tremors hinting at pressurized pockets ready to pop. But the real bombshell? A July 2025 discovery that's rewriting Yellowstone's eruptive diary. Geologists from Montana State University, mapping the park's western flank, stumbled on a newly recognized geologic unit in the Mount Jackson rhyolite series. What looked like fallout from the Lava Creek super eruption turned out to be a 780,000-year-old vitrophyre, a glassy black rock laced with white crystals screaming explosive eruption. Dated via argon isotopes, this rogue layer proves the series isn't just lazy lava flows, it's riddled with hidden ash blasts. Why missed before? Older maps lacked resolution. Later eruptions buried the evidence, and erosion erased the rest. These combo events, ash plumes followed by oozy rhyolite, might have happened dozens of times, far more frequently than the 3 big ones we knew about. It's like finding hidden chapters in a thriller novel. Yellowstone's been a serial exploder, not a patient giant. So, fast forward to 2025. What's bubbling under the surface right now? The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory's September update paints a restless picture. Steamboat Geyser, the world's tallest active geyser, has quieted. Only 2 major blasts this year, signaling the end of its hyperactive phase since 2018. But don't breathe easy. Seismic swarms persist. Over 1,500 quakes in July alone, mostly tiny but clustering around the Norris Geyser Basin, where ground temps hit 120 degrees Celsius. That new Biscuit Basin webcam, installed in May, caught anomalous bubbling in Black Diamond Pool, a year after the explosion, hinting at recharge. And those machine learning halls? They flagged 20% more events than traditional methods, including deep long-period quakes that scream magma stirring 10 kilometers down. What authorities aren't shouting from rooftops is the shift in risks. Forget the Hollywood super eruption, odds are slimmer than a meteor strike. A fresh September 2025 study in Cowboy State Daily, backed by USGS VibroSeis truck surveys, maps Yellowstone's magma chamber as 90% solid mush, with scant liquid fuel for fireworks. The next blow? Likely a rhyolite lava flow. Think a slow-motion river of 800-degree, blocky ooze bulldozing through the southern plateau, like the flows that carved Firehole Canyon 70,000 years back. These could span 10 square kilometers, igniting forests and choking rivers with toxic gas, but they give weeks of warning via swelling ground and quake barrages. Worse, they're primed in the northeastern quadrant per August geophysical models right under prime tourist trails. This intel matters because preparation lags. The USGS rates Yellowstone normal on its alert scale, but hydrothermal hazards get zero fanfare. No mandatory evac drills for steam blasts, scant funding for basin-wide sensors. Climate change? It's supercharging these secrets. Drier soils mean less water to buffer heat, ramping explosion risks. And globally? A mid-sized hydrothermal chain could loft sulfur aerosols, tweaking jet streams and monsoon rains. Yellowstone's secrets aren't just rock and steam. They're a reminder that nature doesn't telegraph its punches. We've unveiled hidden blasts that rewrite history, detected whispers of unrest in 2025's data deluge, and glimpsed a future of oozing lava over instant Armageddon. It's terrifying, thrilling, and utterly human scale. A park that could humble us without ending the world. So next time you hike those trails, listen for the rumble beneath. Stay curious, stay safe, and if this blew your mind, smash that like button, subscribe for more earth-shaking science, and drop a comment. What's your wildest volcano theory? Thanks for watching. See you in the next eruption.